Low.
Good afternoon, everyone. Today we are having a privy conference for contract ID number 24F0036, 24F0086, 24F00091, 24F00110, 24F00111, 24F00112, 24F00133, and
Okay na.
so good afternoon, everyone. So we are having today a privy conference for contract ID number 24F00036, Converging Special Support Program, Sustainable Infrastructure Project Availability in Gaps, CPAC, and jurisdictional roads and all bridges or roads that traverse multiple and
Wala pa rin. Ilapit-lapit ko kaya.
construction of diversion.
Ilapit-lapit ko kaya siguro. Baka din nag-dog sira sound.
Ano sa mute? Naka-unmute na ito. Naka-unmute na. I-zoom in the tayo.
So yun.
Baka dapat may microphone.
Tapos sa dapat ito mo, tumataranig ka naman. Ang hindi ka.
Tingnan mo nyo na. Okay.
Isa, pagpasa mo ang actual na power priority. Mama mo din.
Wala mo yun?
Page ano?
I-refresh mo daw.
Mic test. Mic test.
Hello.
Ano?
So, good afternoon, everyone. We are keeping a privy conference for contract ID number 24F0036, Convergence and Special Support Program, Sustainable Infrastructure Projects, Elevating Gaps, CPAG, and inter-jurisdictional roads and or bridges or roads that traverse multiple LGU jurisdictions, or construction of diversion by Pass Road of Core Aquino Boulevard, Paracali, Camarines Norte, Labnig, Malagit Bridge, Paracali, Camarines Norte, First Luzon District. 24F0086, Organizational Outcome 2, Protect Lives and Properties Against Major Floods, Flood Management Program, Construction, Maintenance of Flood Mitigation, Structures and Drainage System, Construction of Flood Mitigation Structure, Barangay Buenavista, Erosion, Sorsogon, Second Legislative District. Contract ID number 24F00091, Local Program, National Building Programs, Building and other structure of multipurpose facilities, improvement of quarters at Equipment Management Division, DPW's Regional Office 5, Res 5 Compound, Electricity, Second Legislative District. Contract ID number 24F00110, Convergence and Special Support Program, Sustainable Infrastructure Projects, Elevating Gaps, CPAG, Access Roads and or bridges from the national roads, leading to major strategic public building facilities, construction of Basod Lanot Road, Basod Camarines Norte, Package 2, Basod Camarines Norte, Second Legislative District. Contract ID number 24F00111, Convergence and Special Support Program, Sustainable Infrastructure Projects, Elevating Gaps, CPAG, Access Roads and or bridges from the national roads, leading to major strategic public building facilities, construction of Basod Lanot Road, Mercedes Camarines Norte, Package 3, Mercedes Camarines Norte, Second Legislative District. Contract ID number 24F00112, Convergence and Special Support Program, Sustainable Infrastructure Project, Elevating Gaps, CPAG, Access Roads and or Bridges from the National Roads, leading to major strategic public building facilities, construction of Baso Darot Road, Mercedes Camarines Norte, Package 4, Mercedes Camarines Norte, Second Legislative District. Contract ID number 24F00133, original outcome, ensure safe and reliable national road system network development program, construction of missing links, new roads, Pasakaw Balatan, Tourism Coastal Highway, Bulak, Balatan Section, Camarines Sur, Balatan and Bulak, Camarines Sur, 5th Legislative District. Contract ID number 24F00204, original outcome, ensure safe and reliable national road system as asset preservation program, preventive maintenance, primary roads, Daang Maharlika, kilometer 332 plus negative 384, 2 kilometer 335 plus 160, Vinson, Camarines Norte, Second Legislative District. Before we proceed, I would like to introduce first myself, the Vice Chairman, also the Chief of the Equipment Management Division. Also, on my left is Attorney Kumanti, the Chief of the RO1. Also a regular member of the back, and on my left, I'm Sir Arnel, the Chief of the Maintenance Division, also a provisional member, and Sir Bingi and Jabwetri, the Chief of the Quality Assurance Division, also a regular member. And also with us is Miss Myra and Mr. Paule. I don't know, sir. Palmon. So we proceed now. For the eligibility requirements, eligibility of prospective bidders is determined using the civil works application, CWA, which electronically process the compliance with the Class A documents, such as the legal, technical, and financial documents. Prospective bidders are encouraged to regularly update their respective records in the CWA on the following requirements: Class A documents, legal documents, the registration certificate from 6 for corporate organizations, DTI for sole proprietorship, or CDA for cooperatives. Class A documents, eligibility requirements or legal documents. Number 2, mayor business permit issued by the city or municipality where the principal phase of the prospective bidders is located, or the equivalent documents for closing economic zones or areas. In cases of recently expired mayors or business permits, the official receipt as proof that the bidder has applied for renewal within the period prescribed by the concerned local government unit shall be accepted in updating the pages platinum registration. It is also deemed temporarily expired PLGIP to be resolution number 15 series of 2021. The updated PLGIP's registration shall be submitted in the technical documents component of the bid to be considered eligible. The renewed mayor's or business permit shall also be submitted as a post-qualification requirement in accordance with section 34.2 of the IRR of RA 9184. The same shall be applied to the other Class A eligibility documents. Next. For Class A, letter A, Class A documents. Legal documents, number 3, the tax clearance per Executive Order 398 series of 2005 as finally reviewed approved by the Bureau of Internal Revenue. And for technical documents, we have the statement of the prospective bidder of all its completed and ongoing government and private contracts, including contracts awarded but not yet started, if any, whether similar or not similar in nature, in complexity to the contract to be bid. For technical documents, we have Another is the statement of the bidder's single largest completed contract or is LCC, similar to the contract to be bid, except under conditions provided for in section 23.4 to 2.4 of IR of RA 924. All of the above statement 4 and 5 shall include all information required in the PDDs prescribed by the GPPB. For 23.4.2.4, the prospective bidder must have completed an LCC that is similar to the contract to be bid and host value adjusted to current price using the PSA consumer price indices must be at least 50% of the ABC to be bid. Provided, however, that contractors under small a and small b categories without similar experience on the contract to be bid may be allowed to bid if the cost of the such contract is not more than the allowable range of contract cost or ERCC of their registration based on the guidelines as prescribed by the PCAB. 23.4.2.4 for technical documents. Moreover, a contract shall be considered similar to the contract to be bid if it has the same major categories of work. The procuring entity may clarify in the bidding documents what is regarded as major categories of work. For the entire BPW's determination of major categories of work are defined. Department Order 117, Series of 2017. 23.4.2.5, the singularist contract, the LCC shall be transported by an owner certificate of final acceptance issued by the project owner, other than the contractor, or a final rating of at least satisfactory in the constructor's performance evaluation system, or CPs. In case of contracts with the private sector, an equivalent document shall be submitted. Number 6 for technical documents, valid Philippine Contractors Accreditation Board or PCAB license or official PCAB license. In case of joint ventures and registration for the types and cost for the contract to be bid. Another for eligible requirements is the financial documents. Number 7, the prospective bidders audited financial statement showing, among others, the prospective bidders' total and current assets and liabilities stamp received by the buyer for each duly accredited and authorized institution for the preceding calendar year, which should not be earlier than 2 years from the date of bid submission. For financial documents, number 8, the prospective bidders' computation of net financial contracting capacity and FCC. Under 23.4.2.6, the computation of our prospective bidders and FCC must be at least equal to the ABC to be bid accredited as follows. LFCC equals to current assets minus current liabilities times 15 minus the value of all outstanding for a completed portion of the project under ongoing contracts, including awarded contract yet to be started, coinciding with a contract to be bid. The values of the domestic bidders' current assets and current liabilities shall be based on the latest audited financial statement submitted to the BIR. Class B documents. Joint venture bidders shall submit a GBA in accordance with RA 4566 and HIRR. Its partner of the joint venture shall submit their respective Belgium certificates of registration in accordance with section 8.5.2 of the IRR of RA 9184. The submission of technical and financial eligibility documents by and of the joint venture partners constitute compliance, provided that the partner responsible to submit the NFCC shall likewise submit the statement of all its ongoing contract and audited financial statements. Take up joint venture agreement. Then check if bid security as applicable as bid securing declaration. Sample format of bid securing declaration must be notarized. For bid securing declaration, contract ID number, the name of the contract, the location, and to the Department of Public Works and Highways, Regional Office 5, Old Airport Road, Barangay 40, Cruzada, Legazpi City. For technical documents, sample, we or I blank declared that number one, I understand that according to the Bureau of Foundations, bid must be supported by a bid security which may be in the form of bid securing declaration. Number two, I accept that letter A, I will be automatically disqualified from bidding for any contract with any procuring entity for a period of 2 years upon the set of your blacklisting order. And letter B, I will pay the applicable fine filed under Section 6 of the Guidelines on the Use of Bid Securing Declaration within 15 days from the set of the written demand by the procuring entity for the commission of acts resulting in the enforcement of the bid securing declarations under Section 53.1, letter B, and 34.2, 40.1, and 69.1, except 69.1 F of the IR of RA 144 without prejudice to other legal actions the government may undertake. Number 3, we understand that the bid securing declaration shall cease to be valid of the following circumstances. Letter A, upon expiration of the bid validity period or any extension thereof pursuant to your request. And letter B, are declared ineligible or post disqualified upon receipt of your notice to such effect and fail to timely file a request for reconsideration or open parenthesis II, close to I filed a waiver of way of said right. Letter C, I declared as the bidder with the lowest calculated responsive bid, and I have furnished the performance security and signed the contract. And witness whereof, we have hereunto set my hands this blank day of blank at blank. Then appliance. Just an example only. Then another one is a duly signed original chart must be present, and duly signed list of key personnel for the contract with supporting affidavits of commitment to work with the contract by the key personnel must be present, and duly signed list of contractors, major construction laboratory equipment fits to the contract present. And another one is the omnibus or statement. In financial requirements, we have to have the duly signed bid form, the duly signed bill of quantities including summary of bid prices, the duly signed initial detailed estimates, and duly signed cash flow by quarter. Further instruction, clarification, and submission of technical and financial documents. For those who wish to use bid security declaration as bid security, use the new format for Department of Memorandum Circular 850 of 2020 uploaded the pages in DPW's website. Next is similarly use the uploaded new omnibus source statement format that contains addendum in clause 3 pertaining to the declaration of non-inclusion in the blacklist and an additional declaration as clause 10 pertaining to advance payment. Next, the prospective bidders are required to use the appropriate and correct format of the omnibus source statement pertaining to the authority of the senator according to the type of the business organization, that is single proprietorship, corporate, or cooperative or joint venture. Failure to do so will be treated as a misdeclaration by the prospective bidders and will be a ground for the non-compliance of the bill. Next, the prospective bidders are reminded of the provision and the invitation to bid that equipment capacity as specified in the bid data sheet shall be mandatory. In absence of the same shall disqualify the contractors. Or requirements stated in the bid data sheet are mandatory. Hence, in the same manner that the items of work and the corresponding quantities involved are fixed and mandatory in the bill of quantities, the type of equipment, the respective capacities, and number of units required are also mandatory in the list of equipment fixed to the contract for the contract. Next, failure of the prospective bidders to state a complete technical description of the bridge equipment and the specific location, whether owned, leased, or under purchase agreement, shall result in the bidder's automatic post disqualification and forfeiture of the bid security. Next, TWG shall conduct inspection on the bridge equipment as to their availability and efficiency. Equipment placed for one awarded project shall not be placed to another project bid out on the same date or immediate date after the bidding of the awarded projects. Next, the equipment placed on several projects bid out on the same dates wherein the bidders is potentially the winner of these projects will be ground for the bidder's post disqualification in the other projects. Next, the review documents to be submitted to avoid ineligibility and non-compliance of the bid, and check the validity of permits, licenses, registration, and clearances. Check the completeness as to the form and substance of the bid security, affidavits, declaration, and other notarized documents. And use the new bid form for infrastructure GPB resolution number 16/2020 and circularize in the DPWH through DO 85 series of 2020. All entries required in the bill of quantities, such as those for the unit price in words and figures, and the total price for the item for both lump sum and non-lump sum items of work should be properly filled up. Absence of any of the state required entries will be ground for non-compliance. Findings of the bid shall be considered violation under 2C of DO 17, series of 2015, a three-strike policy and procurement of contract for civil works, goods, and consulting services. Absence of signature on any page of the bill of quantities, quality as one of the violation contemplated in Department Order number 17, series of 2015, and as reiterated in section 86.6.4, three-strike policy of the DPWH procurement manual, and the provision of exclusive OZM or profits and taxes in the detailed estimate shall not be considered as long as the disqualification of the bids. However, the TWG shall make corrections to the bid incorporating the correct percentage of amounts for the indirect cost per section 32 of the IRR of RA 24 and DO 17, series of 2015. The resulting total shall be considered as the corrected bid. Award shall be made to the submitted bid prices or its calculated corrected bid price, whichever is lower. And next, the lump sum cost in the bill of quantities must be supported with detailed cost estimates showing the direct and indirect cost, including tax. And the provision of overhead contingencies in miscellaneous OCM for special items under the general requirements and facilities for the engineer shall not be accepted. Discount offered in the handwritten text in the bid form should be signed or initialed by the authorized managing officer, who is authorized to sign the bid documents. Otherwise, the discount will not be accepted. Erasures, interrelation, or overwriting and alterations in any document should likewise be signed or initialed by the authorized managing officer. Pre-explanation of the criteria for eligibility screening, preliminary examination of bids, detailed evaluations of bids, and post-qualification. Processing criteria for eligibility processing shall be in accordance with sections 23.1 and 23.4.2 of the revised IRR of RA 24. In the contracts profile based on DO 117 series of 2010, revised guidelines for the determinations of major and similar categories of work. Electronic eligibility processing through the civil works application shall be conducted simultaneous or ahead of the opening of the technical documents, depending on the consistency of the network connectivity of the CWA. Next, the preliminary examinations of bids shall be conducted in accordance with section 30 of the revised IRR of RA 24. Bids that fail to include any requirements from the checklist or are incomplete or patently insufficient shall be considered as failed. Next, detailed evaluation of bids shall be in accordance with Section 32 of the revised IRR of RA 2024. Bids shall be checked as to completeness, arithmetical corrections will be performed on computations, error, and omissions will be corrected to enable proper comparison and equal footing of all eligible bids. Post-qualification shall be conducted in accordance with Rule 10, Post-qualification by IRR of RA 2024. Verification, validation, ascertainment of all statements made in a document submitted by the bidder with a lowest calculated bid using non-discretionary criteria as stated in the bidding documents, covering the legal, technical, and financial requirements. And then the provision of the revised IRR of 2024 in the BWS Procurement Manual 2, the infrastructure shall govern the procurement. Instruction on the purchase of bidding documents. Only the owner of the firm or the authorized representative named in the CRC shall be allowed to transact business relative to the bidding matters and purchase bidding documents per DO 176 series of 1993 and as reiterated in DO 197 series of 2001. Those representatives not included in the CRC are required to submit a special power of attorney, SPA or SPA, or secretary certificate, whichever is applicable. The authorized representative issued with SPA or secretary certificate shall be required to present two valid government issued IDs and a printout copy of the document first list, DRL, from the previous posting of the contract will be showing the name of their construction firm. The back secretariat will not be responsible for the failure by the bidder to pay the bidding documents in time for the bid dropping due to the late arrival, delay processing of the order payment or collection order, and late payment of the bidding document. Loss of the order of payment and supporting documents already released issued by the back secretariat is not the responsibility of the back secretariat. Only the signatory to cancel or revise the duly signed letter of authority to purchase bid documents. And the bidding documents payment made for cancelled projects due to no funds approved, released, and for approved modifications, and or for late release projects that have already exceeded the 3-month period for award are non-refundable as a matter of policy of the Bidwell's Regional Office Fund. Instruction on the submission and dropping of bids. Follow the checklist of the technical and financial documents requirement uploaded with the bidding documents. For the contract to be bid out, absence of any required documents shall be considered as failure of compliance on the required documents and non-compliance of the bid. Chronologically arrange the documents in accordance with the checklist for the technical and financial documents. Provide index tab and pagination and securely bind the documents. Affix initial on all the pages of the documents. The initials on the pages, together with the pagination, affirm the authenticity of the pages that they are indeed part of the submitted bid documents. Also submit duly signed original and one machine copy of the bid documents. Machine copies of the documents must be from the original. And some instruction on the submission and dropping of bids. Letter A. Place the original technical documents in an envelope and securely seal it. Put a marking on the envelope containing the following text. Original technical documents, the name of the back chairman, in the name of the and address of the procuring entity, the contract ID in the name of the projects, and indicate do not open before 10 a.m. of February 20, 2024. For 24F00036, 24F00091, and 24F00204. Do not open before 10 a.m. of February 22, 2024 for contract ID number 24F0086 and 24F00133. Do not open before 10 a.m. of February 21, 2024 for contract ID number 24F00110, 24F00111, and 24F00112. Do the same for the original financial document and put both the original technical and financial envelope into one outer envelope, labeled outer envelope as original bid, including the other text for the marking. Do the same above procedures for the copy by marking the envelopes as copy 1 for the technical and financial envelope as well as the outer envelope. Place the envelope labeled original bid in copy 1 in the other mother envelope and put the marking containing the text, name of the bank chairman in the name of the address in the procuring fee. Di ba the same yan?
Opo, pero nasa, ano na siya, mother envelope.
Apo. Address the procuring fee, the contract ID in the name of project and integrate, do not open before 10 a.m. of February 20, 2024 for contract ID number 24 F00036, 24 F00091, and 24 F00204. Then, do not open before 10 a.m. of February 22, 2024 for 24 F0086 and 24 F00133. And do not open before 10 a.m. of February 21, 2024 for contract ID number 24 F00110, 24 F00111, and 24 F00112. Instruction on submission and tracking of bids, and andyan po nakakita ninyo that the technical documents and financial documents must be put in one outer envelope. And for copy 1, also the technical documents in the financial documents also must be put in the outer envelope and put it in one other envelope. Other important matters. Prospective bidders are encouraged to conduct site inspection for them to determine whether this is the right project for them. Then decisions of the bank amending any provisions of bidding document shall be issued in writing through a supplemental or bid bulletin at least 7 calendar days before the deadline for the submission of a set of bids. Then minutes of the pre-bid conference will be posted in the back bulletin board, and prospective bidders are encouraged to read the minutes. Prospective bidders are also encouraged to regularly visit the posting, the pages, and the PW's website to keep themselves abreast of the supplemental bid bulletin that may be issued by the bank. Prospective bidders, key personnel shall submit copies of their valid and updated PRC license and or accreditation whichever is applicable. And possible causes of failure of bidding are: number 1, no bids are received; number 2, all prospective bidders are declared ineligible; number 3, all bids fail to comply with all the bid documents or fail post qualification; or number 4, the bidder with the lowest calculated responsive bid refuses without justifiable cause to accept the award of contract, and no award is made in accordance with Section 40 of the Act and its IRR. And that's the report of our pre-bid conference for the contracts. Feeling them. So, because we have no questions, we have to end this previous conference. Adjourn na po. Thank you, sir. Thank you, Attorney. Yung video ko, marami na dito.
Nasusupport ba si Sir?
Tingnan.
Nasusupport pa si Sir?